What up, man? It's your brother K-Rino. K-Rino. Here with y'all on this Sunday night, man. I promise y'all, I promise. I meant to come on here a whole lot earlier, but I had some stuff to do and I wasn't able to come on here as early as I would like to. So now here I am at 11:23 Central Time, United States time, doing a live stream, which I don't plan to hold y'all long, but I did have it in my mind that I was gonna do it, so that's why I'm doing it. Hit the like button as you come in. Hit the like button as you come in, and we'll get it on. We'll get it on. We'll get it on. This will be open topic, and as is the case with open topic, this is about y'all tonight. This is the moment where y'all can ask y'all questions, make y'all comments, say what y'all want to say within the lines of being respectful. And if there's any questions I can answer, I will answer them. If I don't know the answer, then I don't know. I never heard of it. I never heard of it. But this is that time. Open topic. So let's get it on. But before you get it on again, like I say, hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't already. I didn't know that I had crossed 60,000 subscribers till I glanced at the analytics the other day. The last time I was right on the verge of 60,000 subscribers, 3,000 of my subscribers, and they said that it was based around like inactivity, like people who would made fake accounts or just dummy accounts and all that. So I was like, you trying to tell me 3,000 people made dummy accounts? But I guess it's possible. But now we've crossed the 60,000 threshold, which really is not nothing that I'm just amazed or happy about, because, I don't get 60,000 I don't get 60,000 people worth of engagement on this channel at all. I don't get 10, I don't get 20 at all. It's they only come out on certain things. When I'm doing what I normally do, the normal lane that I have this channel in, which is, giving y'all game and giving y'all life lessons and all that, that's very minimal. Now, if I put some music on the channel, if I put a new album up, then these people start, viewing, unless it's the same people just repeating the song and playing the song over. I don't know. But I don't have 60,000 worth of engagement. But nevertheless, I'll accept the milestone, the 60,000 milestone. But hit that thumbs up for y'all who are in here and haven't done it already. Y'all are listening to my voice, hit that thumbs up, and we'll get right into it. Again, this is open topic. So if y'all got questions, hit me with it. Hit me with them, and we'll go right in. The Godfather says, God is great. That's the best way to start, by saying God is great. I see y'all rolling in. KO, what's up, man? I'm gonna start by saying, I just left an event, right? I know if you're from Houston or if you're from Texas or you're a Screwed Up Click fan, and y'all are familiar with 3-2. 3-2 from Screwed Up Click. Really, you can't really put 3-2 in one click in Houston, because 3-2 was with Rap A Lot. 3-2 was with the Screwed Up Click. He rolled with us in the South Park Coalition for a little while. 3-2 was with everybody. But they had a tribute concert for him tonight in Houston, man. I just left. I left a little early, but man, it was really nice, man. And it was like a who's who of Houston rap. So many people came out. A lot of legendary H-Town artists came out to support, came out to show love, because 3-2's mom and his sisters, his family was there. And it was a great event put together by my brother Yandy Promotions, who we just interviewed on the Underground Dialogue podcast. That episode drops tomorrow, so y'all make sure y'all check out the interview we did with our brother Yandy. But he did a great job of putting that event together and made sure that all the proceeds that were earned go to 3-2's mom. 3-2 was just a legendary artist out here, man. Even if you don't know who he is, you would know him when you hear some songs that he's on. Go, oh, okay, that's him. I mean, he's been on some legendary tracks that come out of the city of Houston, man, when you really think about it. So do your research, and I was glad to be a part of that. Would I be a part of the event, but to go and attend the event? Let's say it like that. Nelson, Ronnie Spencer's godson. What's up, Nelson? How you doing, man? Ronnie was there tonight. I tell you, it was a who's who. Ronnie was at the event tonight. Ronnie Spencer was there. Billy Cook was there. South Park Coalition was there. I seen the homie Big Swift. The Fifth Ward Boys were there. Jaime was there. Lil Mario and Magno from Swisher House, they was there. I mean, I'm just thinking of names just as I go down the line. You know, so many people that came out to show love 3-2. Icy Hot was there, DJing, Street Military. It's crazy, man. The Faculty. I mean, I can go on and on. Man. Vin Shu says, when is your next album coming out? Man, I'm working on it right now, Vin. How many people know the name of my upcoming album? I know a lot of y'all follow the channel and are pretty regular, so y'all may have seen back when I first announced the title of it and other times that I mentioned it. Who can tell Vin Shu the name of the album? But it'll be out in September, around my birthday. That'll be around the time I plan on having the album out. Y'all know your big brother don't play around, so who can tell Vin Shu the name of my next album? Okay. Appreciate that, Magneticus. Zawaji, appreciate the love. Y'all click that like if y'all haven't already, man. Open topic tonight. Stephen Barron says, when you made The Game Goes On with Ro, was that one of your favorite ones? It was one of my favorite ones that I made with him. I wouldn't say it was one of my favorite songs that I ever made, even though it's a song that a lot of people like, even to this day. When I run into people to this day, a lot of times they'll mention that song, you know, even just, you know, like casual fans, you know, they'll just, man, I heard you, man. First time I heard you was on That Game Goes On with Ro. When you and Ro gonna do a part 2 to The Game Goes On? It's always some kind of question related to that song. So I would say out of all the songs that me and Zero have done together, that will probably my favorite one out of all of those we did together. And at the time, I didn't know people was gonna like the song like that. We sat in the studio and just made the song up off the top. You know, the beat was already chosen for us. Like, this is the beat y'all gonna use. You know, they brought the beat in. I think Dirty did the beat, and it was like, hey, that's y'all beat, and we just sitting in there with a pen and pad, like looking at each other, like, what we gonna do? And then that's what we came up with. Spikey says, who are your favorite comedians? That's easy, man. My top 3 all-time favorite comedians in this order. This is the exact order. Richard Pryor, Dolomite, that's Rudy Ray Moore, aka Dolomite, and my twin brother Dave Chappelle. That's it. Richard Pryor, Rudy Ray Moore, and Dave Chappelle. Richard, Rudy, and Dave. That's it. Those are my top 3. Now I got other guys that I like, but that's it. Top 3. Christopher, you was close. You say new album name, audio what? Or are you teasing the people? Do you know, but you teasing them? But you right. Christopher got the first half. I like George Carlin. George Carlin is funny to me. George Carlin is more. I don't laugh a lot when I watch George Carlin. I like listen and learn. You'd be more analytical because he breaks stuff down. George Carlin makes you think when he's doing his comedy act. I don't listen to George Carlin and just I listen to George Carlin, I'll be like, yeah, wow, okay. You might give it a, but he just don't make me crack up. Now, Rodney Dangerfield, oh my gosh, man. Rodney Dangerfield had me just folded over laughing. Rodney Dangerfield is hilarious, bro. No, Adam Anarchy, that's not no painting in the corner. That's the globe, man. That's my globe. That's for all my flat earthers out there. I put that globe right there so they can see it. Yep. Jared says some just subscribe to the hip hop spot problem. Yeah, I mean, in before I started doing YouTube, my homie B up there in Boston had the hip hop spot, and I would let him upload all my. I didn't know nothing about YouTube. I was like, yeah, man. When I drop something, I just send it to you and you upload it. Then I was like, well, hold on, wait a minute. They monetizing a lot of that stuff, man. It's like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it myself. If this gonna get done with my material, I'm gonna do it myself. But I still told the homie B, hey man, you gotta keep your channel up and do what you do. Grind mode. What's up, Jamarcus? What's going on, my brother? Always good to see my brother in the building. It was good to see you at the show a few weeks back too, man. Hadn't seen my boy in a while, man. Yeah. What do you think about women who have such a very narrow selective process in regards to men who aren't good? Now, when you say, Jovan, when you say they have a very narrow selective process, are you saying that they're like what we call picky? Is that what you're saying? Is that or just a different kind of way, a more professional way of saying picky? You say a narrow selective process in regards to men, but you say in regards to men who aren't good. I'm trying to understand your question before I can answer it. Can you ask me that in a different way? My mind ain't as sharp as it need to be tonight. So ask me that in more of a basic way so I can make sure I understand. I think I know what you're asking, but let me make sure. Hey, man, y'all click that thumbs up, man. We too far behind on the likes. Yeah, KO, black monks. I forgot all about the black. Look, convicts, black monks, screwed up clique. The very first South Park. See, this is what people don't know. The very first South Park Coalition clique song that we ever did. Now, we famous for our clique songs, from Slipped Into a Coma to Murder Script to all the different clique songs we've done over the years. The very first South Park Coalition clique song where we had like a lot of people on there, but multiple people on there, was on the Terrorist album. And the name of the song was called South Park Coalition. The first voice you hear on that record is 3-2. It starts off, Lord 3-2 the convict out of correctional facility. First line. He was on the first clique song we ever did. He was rolling with us. He was rolling, man. I mean, you go all the way back to the original Scarface single, the I started small time, dope game, cocaine. the scarf, the single of that, they have a vinyl cover, old school classic vinyl cover. And a lot of guys on the front sitting in front of the car, everybody got guns and stuff. 3-2 is on that cover with Face and Def Jam Blast and all. 3-2 is everywhere, man. Click that like button, man. Click that like button, man. Tupacalypse 91 in Adelaide, Australia. Woo! Tupacalypse, was you around when I came to Adelaide? Were you in Australia? And were you in Adelaide, Australia when I came and did a show out there? Adelaide, Australia, man. They showed me so much love. Yep, yep. Codeine, 3-2 part of the Convicts and Black Man. Yeah, man. But see, this is another thing that people don't know about 3-2. Just like I said, he was on a lot of those classic songs. Think about the song, the UGK song. One day you're here, next day you're gone. 3-2 is on that song. Help me out, KO. Ain't 3-2 on Ball and Parlay, on Pokey song, Ball and Parlay? He on that song, right? He on some classic H-Town legendary hits, man. Yoli Yoli, keeping it rolling. What's up, Yoli? Out there in Hawaii. Yoli said, look, y'all, Yoli went on vacation in Hawaii. She liked it so much she moved out there. Now that's when you know. I visited a lot of places, but I never visited anywhere that made me say I'm gonna leave and just live out there. So Hawaii must be amazing. Hawaii must be amazing. Southside players, come on, Dirty South MVP. Southside players, man. 3-2 represents every clique in Houston, bro. He the only person that can say that. Come on, man. Open topic, man. Yeah, I'll be in Toronto. I'll be back in Toronto in October. We pushed it back to October, Adam and Arkansas. When I get ready to head back out there, we probably want to do a meet and greet like last time. Man, we had so much fun at that meet and greet. Y'all came out, man. Man, when I went to Canada, man, there was people that came to the meet and greet that said they had drove 6 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours just to come hang out with their big brother, man. That meant a lot. Yeah. Yeah, it was a great event, man. What's going on, Nama? Rhea. Spikey got the title. The name of my album is Audio Optics. It'll be dropping in September, around my birthday. I'm behind, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm reading way behind. So let me catch up. I was trying to see if Jovan asked his question again. Joshua Saves, what's your opinion on crypto? It's up and down. And I knew that was going to be the case. See, when crypto first popped off and Bitcoin and all that was going on, everybody was going crazy. And what made it funny to me was that everybody who got involved with crypto, I would just read comments online. Everybody just talked like they just an expert on it. Somebody asked a question about crypto, a crypto related question, and everybody would, well, see what you got to do. You got to wait for the market to do this. What happens is it goes up and then it's going to come down. All you got to do is wait. And then everybody all of a sudden was an expert. And it was just starting to really pop off, but everybody knew everything about it. And I was like, I can't say that people didn't make money off of it. I can't say that people are still not making money. I can't say that you're not making money. I don't know. I can't say that people did figure out a way to really work it. But I do know that when it's quiet, when it ain't no real activity going on, you don't hear people talking about it like they was when it was popping So that lets me know that it's not really popping like it. Well, it's always going to go down and then it's going to come back up. You got the expert there. Whatever you say, oh man, you ain't really hearing about it too much. Well, see, it does that. It does that. It goes down and then I'm like, man, shut up, man. You know what I'm saying? If you did well with it, hey, good. I've tried to like touch it a little bit, but I haven't had any success with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me just keep it real. I can't talk about nobody who has, but my little move, I struck out. So, but I don't know enough about it, Donnie Houston podcast is 3. Yeah, Donnie Houston and 3-2 are cousins. I thought I was gonna see Donnie tonight, but I didn't see him. Yeah. Michael Bunton says the rap game is suffering without your music. I mean, I appreciate the compliment, but rap is fine. It's fine. I mean, rap has always been one of those polarizing type of genres to where, there are people who love it, people who hate it. There are people who do it and listen to it that have their own opinions about the direction of it. They have agreements about what is good content, what is not. That's going to always exist. That dynamic is going to always exist. There's a lot of rap I like. There's a lot of rap I don't like. There's a lot of content that I'm cool with, a lot of content that I'll be like, I can't believe they did that. But I got to put the old man in me in check sometimes because, when I see a lot of young artists doing some wild, crazy stuff in rap, something in me comes out like, and I can't believe they doing. That's horrible. Then I got to catch myself. I'm like, fool, some of the stuff you said and some of the ways y'all used to rap and some of the rap you grew up on. Don't act like that. Don't act like that. So as you grow old and mature as a person, your music is supposed to grow with you. Your music should mature with you. So my music has evolved, with my thinking to where there's certain things I may have said 30 years ago that I wouldn't say today, So with that being said, that leads to the point where you say, well, man, we need your music. That's cool. That's where I want to keep it at. Yeah. Which track, Archangel? Which what the game goes on? Long live Pharaoh, free Pharaoh. Open topic, y'all. Yeah. Audio Optics, man. It's gonna be a good album. It's gonna be a good album, man. What are your thoughts on apologizing with sincerity? Well, if you have wronged someone and you wronged someone, number one, then you should absolutely apologize. And you should apologize with sincerity. The worst thing to do is to give somebody that deserves a sincere apology is to give them a half-hearted BS apology just because you feel like, okay, yeah, I was wrong. Let me go and give them that little apology, man. Look, man, if you felt like I did something wrong, then that's you know how they say in therapy, when you start your apology off with, well, look, if you feel like I offended you and if they stop you like, no, ain't no if you feel like, you wouldn't be in a position where they expect an apology out of you if they didn't feel like you offended them. So don't do that. Your ego is getting in the way, because you was wrong. Now, sometimes people know they're wrong and they take that kind of attitude. That's terrible. But sometimes people you might not think you're wrong and you might apologize anyway just to keep the peace. The one thing you should never do in my opinion, is apologize when you right, just to pacify somebody who's in their feelings, or they trying to manipulate you in some kind of way. You know you was right. Well, you know what? I apologize. I'm sorry. No, well, you ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm not apologizing when I'm right. Mm-mm. You got me messed up. You owe me an apology. But if you know you was wrong, it's only right for you to do that. It's good for the person and it's good for you. You owe it to the person that you did wrong by, but it's good for you too, because don't let your heart get hardened like that behind feeling like you too big or you too good to apologize for something. To honestly tell somebody that you're sorry, because that's what you would want. Somebody did something to you, man, and sometimes that's all people want. Sometimes people don't get caught up in, well, give me some money or do this. Sometimes that's good enough. People would just say, if somebody come and say, you know what, man, I did this and blah, 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 man, and I just want to let you know I'm sorry, man. I apologize. Some people like, hey, man, that's all I wanted, bro. And they good. So, yeah. But the key you said is with sincerity. You can't be, look, man, I'm sorry, all right? Especially if you're dealing with a relationship, because them women don't play that. I apologize to you. Are you happy now? Nope. She ain't happy now. Yep. Christopher Harris said, first heard me on the Terrace album. Okay, that's the record 3-2 was on. Yeah. You was close. Hold on. I got lost. I was just finna reply to somebody and I lost. Man, I got lost. I'm way off now. I'm lost. Hold on, man. I'm trying to catch up to where I was, y'all, because I moved that thing and about 9,000 comments flipped. Okay, I think I'm back where I was, because I was just about Cuda soup instruction, the green tornado Dolomite. No, it's actually the human tornado, not the green tornado. The human tornado Dolomite. I like Robin Harris. How much is too much apologizing? It depends. If you keep messing up, you might have to keep apologizing. But after a while, people get tired of hearing your apologies when you keep apologizing for the same thing. It's like, oh man, he ain't gonna change. But if you just, over apologizing, it's like, come on, man. Rudy Ray Moore said he invented rap. Well, he was up there because he was putting them rhymes together long before we was doing it. That's what he said. Dolomite say when it comes down to rapping, he said, I was through with it before y'all learn what to do with it. And that's a fact. Somebody say I look like T-Pain. Who said I look like, come on. Like all the years that people would say that I look like Dave Chappelle, I accepted it. I took that because I could see it myself. Okay, well, y'all already, especially before Dave Chappelle got all big, I could see it. But T-Pain, me and T-Pain don't look nothing alike, bro. We don't look nothing alike. That's like somebody saying, yeah, K-Rino, you look like J. Cole. It's like T-Pain. Shout out to T-Pain, man. But if T-Pain saw me and somebody said, hey, T-Pain, you look like that guy right there, T-Pain would be like, I don't look nothing like this dude. Will SPC2G get a possible feature on the new album? Not on the new album, But I do have plans for y'all that I haven't um, revealed yet on some K-Rino projects coming up, KO. T-Pain, bro. Hey, y'all click that thumbs up if you're just coming in, if y'all haven't already. I like Red Fox. My top 3 is set for life. If you schedule permits, if your schedule permits, what is your bare minimum for a song? My bare minimum, I can't say what you would have to tell me what your max is. And then we would have to see if I can work with your max. I never set a minimum for my, I guess I may have, I guess in a way I could set a price that I'm not going no lower than this. So I guess that would be considered a minimum. But for the most part, I work with mainly independent artists, underground artists. The artists I work with don't have a lot of money like that. They can't pay me what Snoop say, get 250,000 a feature. I'm not in that echelon, but I always make it a point to, if I work with somebody, hey man, what's the best you can do? Now it got to be within reason, because I've asked that question to artists before. I asked an artist one time, I was like, hey man, what's the best you can do? What's your budget? And the dude told me $25. I didn't even reply back. He never heard from me again. But I asked him what the best he could do is, but I know that's not the best you can do, man. And plus, you don't disrespect nobody. I mean, come on, man. It's within reason now. And some people will say, well, man, I don't really want to give you a price because I don't want to insult you, man. So just tell me. Nah, just have the sense to hey, what's the best you can do? Now, you want me on the record. I'm not gonna call my favorite artist or contact my favorite artist and then he say, hey man, well, what's the best you can do? What's your budget? In my mind, I'm already like, I'm gonna calculate. I can't go no lower than this for this guy. I'm not gonna disrespect him like that. But I'm not gonna offer you $40 to come rap on. Nah, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Does Adam Sandler have one movie with a black person? That's a good question. I had to do some research on that. I've seen a few Adam Sandler movies. I like a couple of Adam Sandler movies, but when I think about it, I can't think of seeing no black people in none of his movies, especially in major roles. Things that make you go, Dee's Kemet, have you had a Trill burger yet? No. I don't eat hamburgers per se. I don't eat beef. I heard they have a vegan burger that I might try, but I haven't even been by there yet. I haven't even been over there yet. Is that Jill Rothschild? Have you thought about making a collab with Brother Sanchez? Who is Brother Sanchez? I guess that answered the question. Magnetica says, I can only find flat earth in geography books. 74 Red, I'm blessed, man. Hope you are too. I don't know who Brother Sanchez is. Gladiator of the spoken word is in the building. Jovan, well, ask the question again because I want to answer your question, but I don't want to answer something that you're not even asking me. Triple snipper. Well, get it together, man. Save Soliloquy says, which one of your songs motivates you the most? Some of my favorites are So Grateful Every Day, even when it's bad. Yeah, just uplifted songs that motivate you to do better, to be better for yourself. So which one of my songs motivates me the most? I don't really listen to my own music that much, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably the one rap artist who hardly listens to his own music. When I hear my songs, they sound like brand new songs to me, unless it's stuff I perform a lot. But if it's some stuff that's from back, I'll be listening to it just like y'all. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna say. Mark Sweeney says, what entities would you suggest would be a good starting point to discuss retribution and simply just discuss what our people need? Retribution? In what form? Like, what do you mean? Retribution as it relates to what? There are different things going on. I'm trying to catch up, y'all. CJ Johnson, if you had a clone, would you use it? Heck nah, because I wouldn't be the one who made it. If that was a clone of me walking around, somebody else did it. And they might have my clone out here doing some stuff that don't need to be done. My clone might be out here tripping. Y'all click the thumbs up if y'all haven't already, man. Open topic tonight, so whatever's on your mind, feel free to pass it along to your big brother. The Ramayana is a historical, mythological story that predates Egypt and good by 4000 BC. I don't know what a Zozo is. Demons, I know what demons are. And I know what demons are not. You know, demons exist in people that are just walking around, man. Some people are demons. Some people have demons. We all have had our demons. Some are exorcised out, some are not. Trying to catch up, y'all. Oh, you in Wollongong? I go where they book me. I go wherever I'm called. If I haven't been to your city, I mean your city ain't they don't want me. Gladiator of the spoken word. Have you ever met Brother Ali? Yeah, I did. I think I met him. We did a show together. I don't remember if we met. I think we met for a split second. I don't remember, but we did do a show together. We was on the same show. What is the name of the song with Tretch?
It's Go Wild, Adrenaline Rushing Madness.
Some just came on one of my other channels.
This is how you do Universal. Stay at a Universal Orlando hotel for $96 per night plus tax. Select dates, restrictions apply.
There we go. Sorry, y'all had to hear a whole commercial right in the middle of my live. The song with Tret is really a Spice One. It's on Spice One's album that's getting ready to come out, and it features Tretch and myself. I think it's called Once Upon a Time. It's like it got the little Ice Cube Once Upon a Time in a Project sample in it. but I don't know if that's the exact name of the song. Jovan says, women who are gullible to choosing the wrong men. Okay. And then those men end up doing them wrong. How do you feel about that? Well, I feel the same way about it, you know, when men do it too. You know, we make the mistakes. Both genders make the mistake of poor selection. So if we don't, as men and women, learn from our mistakes, our poor selection, then it becomes repetitious, habitual behavior. So now you look up, and now from the age of 18, now you're 29, you have a long list, a long history of selecting the wrong type of men if you're a woman, and the wrong type of women if you're a man. So if we don't learn from the mistakes and say, well, man, every time I go for that type, because we will have types based on what pleases us from a visual standpoint, what look good. And it may lead us down a road that we don't want to go down because we didn't do our due diligence in terms of deciphering the mental of that person. Let me see what this person talking about. So you'll hear men and women, but since your question's about women, I'll stay on that. You'll hear women that will talk about their type. I like these type of guys. I like dudes with tattoos and braids. I like thugs. I like, you know, people got their type, but they're all speaking from visual. See, that's the difference. But you know where a person's mind is based on when they describe their type, and everything they describe about their type is from a mental point of view. Well, I like a man who understands where he's going in life, and I like a man who treats a woman with respect. I like a man who is God-fearing. When you hear women talk like that, it should raise more of an antenna in terms of going, okay, well, she's looking for something a little deeper, a little more on a spiritual level, more abstract than just, okay, I like a man who got money. I like a dude who got a nice car, who buy me stuff. Why you like him? Because he buy me stuff. You know, then somebody got some growing up to do. But I like to always keep balance when I have these conversations because we do it too. I like a woman with a big booty. She got a big booty and some big old, you don't know nothing about what's going on up here. So repetitious behavior, the cycle has to be broken. And typically we would expect that the cycle gets broken based on past failures. It's like, man, every time I go for that type, it always goes wrong. But then you find yourself right back with that type. But that's just not something that we can put all on women because both sides do it. That's why the divorce rate is so freaking high. Yep. Yeah. Okay, I'm way behind. Hold on, man. God damn. Y'all asking some good questions. I'm just trying to catch up, man. Well, yeah. You're saying like you had $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, 10, 12. I mean, it's a lot of ground floor situations that popped off. Ground floor entity that if you'd have got in early on the ground floor and you moved a certain way back there, yeah, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that, you know. But what happens is the people who didn't get in on the ground floor, they get kind of swept up in the success of those who did and say, "Ooh, I can do that." But you got in a little bit too late. Hey, man, I want to ask y'all a question. I got to ask this question, man, you know, because I'm starting to really think that people are crazy. Seriously. I'm starting to know more and more every day that, well, let me ask y'all first 2 questions. What percentage of the total 100% population, I got you, Damone Rouse, I'm going to ask you a question. What percentage of the total 100% of the human race would y'all say are kind of off? 8%, 20%, 50%? Is it 70-30, crazy to not crazy? And when I say crazy, I don't mean just like you just loony, just you walking around here. But I mean just something ain't right about this cat. What do y'all say? While y'all are putting that percentage up there, I'm gonna answer Damone Rouse's question. Say, what's the most difficult thing to do when it comes to lyricism? It's a couple of things. It's not just one thing. But as a whole, I would say the most difficult thing to do and the most challenging thing to do, or one of the most challenging things to do, is to perfectly mesh the combination of multi-syllable wordplay with that multi-syllable wordplay and it making perfect sense. Just that marriage of you putting these words together in intricate detail, but you just not saying a bunch of stuff, just piling it together. It actually forms a complete sentence that makes sense. That's the most challenging thing to do. The second thing will probably be to create clever punchlines that fall in pocket perfectly. Like maybe, oh man, that was clever how they put that together. I got a book about that type of stuff, man. I got a whole book about lyricism. We'll have them back in stock in a month or so. It's called Behind These Bars, because I talk about all that, man. And once again, I'm gonna stand on this to the end. My book, Behind These Bars, should be in high schools and colleges. I don't care what nobody say. We're gonna talk that into existence. But what percentage of the world is crazy, man? Let me see. See what y'all talking about. Ooh, boy, y'all came in on this. Ha! Lynn Bernard said 99%. I mean, we all crazy, bro. Because I know I'm in the 99. If it's that high, 70 is high. Stone says 70. Tyron Sean says 80%. Skull and Bone, 99%. Magnetica says 100%, 110. That means it's more people that are crazy than it actually is people. Okay. The reason why I asked that question is because, like I said, the same thing we talked about Bitcoin and crypto and all that, how everybody acts like they are such geniuses about every subject, even something new, something just came out. I guarantee it's always going to be that person that they get involved. It just came out. It ain't been around 2 weeks, a month. And they already posting like they just know everything about it. They advising you, hey, I'm a such and such consultant. Now, you don't even know nothing about all this. You don't even know who the founder of it is. Michelle says 80% for sure after the jab. DC freight is 75%, 78%. Man, well, that's high. Y'all feel like most of the world is crazy. 80%. 50% is the lowest one. But that's still half the people. Okay, Ungrateful Ninja said 45. Okay, now it's getting lower. Damone 40. CRP. On the real, a good 60. 12%. OG, okay, OG. OG Critic is more, he's being more rational about it. Like KS said, I don't know the number, just like a damn lot, that's for sure. The reason why I asked that question, it's not a serious reason why I asked that question. JD say, hell, I'm crazy. You know what, JD? You got a good point, man. I know I'm crazy. Now, it's different levels of crazy. It's different types of crazy. So we can't all say that we crazy in that way. You're not going to go and just put a bomb inside the grocery store and blow it up. That's a different kind of crazy. But we all got our own little stuff, right? That if somebody hang around you long enough, somebody gonna look at you and go, man, you kind of throw it off. We all got that. But the reason why I really asked that, it ain't nothing serious. But I want to ask y'all a question, because this little question been circulating around social media for a while. And somebody asked the question, they said, which one would you take? Would you take having dinner with Jay-Z or receiving $500,000 in cash? I'm gonna give a moment of silence. Because I see y'all already putting some answers down. And this is nothing against Jay-Z. I'm not taking no shot at Jay-Z. But people in the comments who most likely don't have anywhere near $500,000. They don't have $50,000. Some of them don't have $5,000. People are getting in that comment section and going, I'd take the dinner with Jay-Z because the game that he gonna give me during that conversation is gonna help me make millions. So I'm not gonna take the 500,000. I'm gonna take the dinner with Jay-Z. This is an example to me of somebody being crazy. This is an example of somebody overthinking, just over and beyond to outthink logic itself. You have thought yourself beyond logic into straight ridiculousness. Because to have $500,000 and you don't even have the thought in your mind that you can take $500,000 and make it grow into whatever it is you can make it grow. So you leave that automatic $500,000 on the table to go sit at a table. It don't gotta be Jay-Z. I don't care if it's freaking Elon Musk. I don't care if it's whoever. To go sit at a table with and leave with nothing but a conversation. Who's to say he would even talk to you about business when y'all have the dinner? He might not say nothing to you. He might ask you about your family or something. And you waiting on this game. You like, yeah, my mom's doing good, Jay-Z. So come on. So what? So you like pets, man? How you feel about dogs? I like dogs, Jay-Z. So at that point, your heart gonna start beating fast because now you know you just blew $500,000. But you would be surprised at how many people in different comment sections was dead serious that they would take the dinner with Jay-Z over an instant $500,000 in cash. Am I crazy? Let me go backwards, man. JD said cash. Magneticus, cash. Tyrant, cash. Easy. Lynn Bernard, cash. CRP, cheddar. Christian Ibarra, I'm taking the 500,000, no doubt. Skull and Bones, cash is king. Christian. So everybody in here pretty much. So we ain't got no crazy people in here. But dude, that question is even more insane. Some of the answers I got from that question is more insane. Now, that was another question. I hope I can remember it. Man, what did it say? It said, that was another question that said, would you take $40 million in a lump sum, or would you take, I think it said $5,000 a week, $10,000 a week or something for the rest of your life or something like that. And somebody was like, I'll take the 10,000 a week. Because you know that's steady, it's coming in. That's gonna always, you got 40 million. Are you afraid that you're gonna blow $40 million if you get it at one time? So you sign up, it may not have been 10,000 a week. It may have been, they go like 20,000 a week. That's what it was. Like $20,000 a week, which comes out to be 80 grand a month. And they was like, man, give me that 20,000 a week, because every week now I got a check coming in. I got 20,000 hitting every week. But you got 40 million at one time. You don't have to wait. Am I crazy? So what if you sign up for the 20,000 a week and you coasting along, you doing good? Then one day you walking across the street and you get hit by a bus. Then your money stops because you ain't here no more. But if you had that 40, oh man, I worry about us, man. Our Garza said he'd take the 500K and give me 25 racks for a verse. Well, yeah, that sounds good to me. Let's do it. Man, people was really saying that they would take that dinner with Jay-Z. They would sit down. So you're going to go home with nothing. Now, let me ask you a question. I'm going to put this whole thing in perspective. So you married, right? This goes to the man and the woman. Woman, you got a husband. Man, you got a wife. You got children. You got a mama. You got friends. And let's just say, this is going to show how crazy people are. Let's just say your whole family is gathered at your house. And they have found out that you had this option. You come home and they say, hey, where you been? Or better yet, forget it. We ain't got the whole family over there. You just got your husband and your wife, and you come home, and your husband or your wife is laying there asleep or laying in bed. You wake up and say, "Babe, check this out. Guess what I just did?" And what happened? What happened? They gave me an option. I met this man on the street, and he said that I could either have dinner with Jay-Z. I could go in that restaurant right there and have dinner with Jay-Z, or he was gonna give me $500,000. What you think your wife would have wanted you to do? She gonna say, what did you do? She gonna raise up and be like, I guarantee you, when you tell her that you took that dinner with Jay-Z, your wife gonna lose her mind. I guarantee you she's gonna lose her freaking mind. Then you're gonna call your homeboy and say, "Hey, man, what's up, man?" "Hey, nothing, man. Baby over here tripping." "What happened?" "Yeah, man, because I told her, man, I met this dude today, and he gave me a choice to either have dinner with Jay-Z or he's gonna give me $500,000. Your homeboy gonna say, "Oh no, stuff, you got 500." He'll say, "I know, man." I'm saying, "You got 500,000," because I'm gonna automatically assume. Then he gonna say, "Well, no, man, she mad because I went and had dinner with Jay-Z." And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go, "What?" See, that's how you put it in perspective. Like, what are your people gonna think when you go back and tell them what option you chose? "Do you know what we could have did with $500,000? We could have paid the house off. We could have put our kids through whatever you want to do." So did Jay-Z tell you, like, did he give you this secret, like, guaranteed way? If he tell, "Hey man, you walk outside, man, and just snap your fingers 3 times, close your eyes, and do a Michael Jackson spin, and then go check your bank account. It's gonna be 10 million in there." Did he tell you that? Your people will let you know how dumb you was. You could have a 12-year-old child, and you come home and you greet your 12-year-old daughter and say, "Daddy, what you do today?" "Well, daughter, I met this man today, and he told me that I could go have dinner with Jay-Z, or I could take $500,000. Your 12-year-old daughter gonna say, "I hope you took that money." "Well, no, baby, I met with Jay-Z because he's gonna give me all this knowledge in this game." And come on, man. That was a big argument online. Who saw that? I know somebody. I know I can't be the only one that saw that. Jovan says the most valuable criteria in lyricism for me is rhyming 6+ multi-syllabic rhyme schemes along with allegories, hyperboles, synthesis, whatever that word is, hyperbolic metaphors, extended metaphors, and constraints. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. And if you can put all that together and it makes sense. See, because that's what you left out. It gotta make sense, man. It can't just be a bunch of crap smashed up together. I've seen people that rap like that. And on the surface, it sounds good, especially if they know how to flow. When people know how to ride a beat, that's the trick. That's one of the biggest deceptions in rap. How a lot of rappers trick y'all. You got a lot of rappers that can ride a beat. They flow is wonderful. Flow is phenomenal. And they on, but and in the moment when you first hear it, you're like, oh. But once the smoke clears and then you say, Let me listen to it again. And let me listen to it again. Let me listen to it again. Then it starts to, the impact is not the same because you come to the realization he ain't even saying nothing. He did, and you're like, yeah, he riding the hell out that beat, boy. He's snapping, but he's not saying nothing. I'm more into what you're saying. Even if you don't have just a wonderful flow, your flow might not be all that great. You hear a lot of rappers, people have told me my flow ain't all that great. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But I can hear a rapper whose flow is not that great. But when I listen to what they saying, I'm like, ooh, well, ooh, that was hard. Did you hear what he said right there? And people don't catch it. But you get so wrapped up in the style, and you can't trick me with that. I need to hear what you're saying. And if you flowing like people who rap fast and all that, that's cool. But you rap fast, but I can't even understand nothing. A lot of rappers be tricking y'all, man. A lot of rappers have figured out how to get over. Hey, y'all click that thumbs up, man, if y'all haven't already. Some of y'all are just coming in. It's open topic tonight. Click that thumbs up. Yeah, man. Because here's, see, a flow pattern in rap is similar to a melody in singing. Meaning that if I have the right melody playing to an instrumental, I don't even have to say any actual words. I can hum that melody, and if that melody is attractive, it's gonna sound good. I can just and that'll be catchy to people. You know what I'm saying? It might be the bass line. I'm following the bass line, but I could put some words on it. We on my live stream. We on this live stream. Now I got words to it. So okay, cool. But the melody, it's not necessarily the words. The words make it greater if you put the right words to it, but people get locked in on the melody. So in rap, the equivalent to that is that flow pattern, that rhyme scheme, not the rhyme scheme, just the way you ride the beat. That's why people like their style now. It ain't what you saying, it's how you saying it. That's why everybody duplicating it. Everybody sounding the same, rapping the same little cadence. We're tricking y'all. I'm more into what you're saying. I want to hear the impact of what you're saying. I'm a master at this. I know what I'm talking about. I'm a scientist at this. You can't fool me with a bunch of fast, and you can't fool me with just a bunch of big words that you threw together because you discovering the dictionary and discover, so I can just mumble. Nah, you can't fool me with that, buddy. You got to put that stuff together and make it really, what makes it dope is you doing that, and it's like, ooh, that boy said that, boy, ooh. See? Jared says, what do you think about the Arabic community? Is it legit? I mean, most Arabs are Muslims, right? So me being a Muslim, hey man, you a Muslim, you my Muslim brother, you my Muslim sister. But if you are somebody who comes into our community and bleeds the black community and doesn't have any respect for black people, black Muslims in particular, a lot of may say y'all ain't real, then I have a problem with you. But other than that, I don't have a problem with Arab people, you know, I have no problem. Until you got a problem with us. That's anybody. Joseph Pearson is in the building. What y'all on, man? Let me see. Trying to catch up, man. This thing be all over the place. All over the place, man. Y'all in here arguing. Magnetica said they got da-da-da-da-da. McDonald's put a tune together. Look, hey man, look. Commercials do it all the time. You put together they call it a jingle. You put together the right jingle, you find yourself humming it, and next thing you know, you at Taco Bell. Matt Greer's in the building. Child succubus. James Tippin says, come to Jesus and be saved. I can't argue with you on that, James. You didn't tell not one lie. 2.0 said waiting on the album. September, man. Right around my birthday. Who know what day my birthday is? See how hard y'all really rock with me. Ram V say, what's up with them UFOs? Got to be careful. Got to watch them folks. They're master liars. We know the truth. How come secret societies can't seem to keep secrets? There's always somebody that's it's a whistleblower in every camp. It's always somebody that's going to slip out and tell. It's always an agent, an informant, a plant, a spy. It's always somebody who gets dissatisfied. It's somebody within the organization who was all in, and then all of a sudden somebody pissed them off and they left, and then they went and exposed this and all that. No matter what organization it is, somebody's going to tell. And that's just one level. Shaheem the Dream says, K-Rino, does SPC Greek still rap? Hey, man, you should have been here yesterday. Greek was in the chat yesterday. I did a live stream Friday, Saturday, and today. Greek was in the chat yesterday. He showed up. He popped in and made an appearance in the chat. To answer your question, no, he don't rap no more. He's family man. But Greek was just in the chat yesterday. You could have got a chance to holler at him. Let me see. Thank y'all, man. Look at Michelle. Michelle hit it. Y'all was dancing around it, but Michelle hit it. My birthday is September the 9th. Yeah. Y'all was close, but no cigar. Y'all need a cigar no way. Okay, appreciate it. Okay, Javon. Maybe I didn't know what that was called when I do it. But whatever you do, it got to make sense or be clever or entertaining. When I say make sense, I don't mean, because I speak a lot of things that are just imaginative. I might say I can chop my head off and still spin on it or something. I don't know. See? Timbo Slice. Hey, man, I appreciate you making me 10 years younger. Timbo say I was born 9/9 1980. Appreciate them 10 years, bro. Thank you, man. Thanks for making me 10 years younger. Dark Logic says, sometimes on your songs, you do offbeat flow because there are more words in the line than tempo, or you just want to do it because it sounds right. That's a great question, man, because the answer to your question is both. See, now that's a really good question. Basically asking me, you say, I'll do like an offbeat flow. You say, because there are more words in the line than the tempo can contain. See, because the beat don't compromise. Basically what you're saying. The beat is not going to wait for you to say all that you got to say. You got to adjust what you writing and saying to the track. Because the track is... And it's not going to stop doing that. It's not going to go, let me wait on him. Nah. So you have to either figure out a way to get all that you want to get in within that bracket, within that space, or you have to figure out ways to cleverly overlap where you can start ahead of the next count. See, you can see if this is a count where it's basically saying the kick starts here, boom, ta, da, 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 ta, boom. That's another count, boom, ta. See, you don't have to always start at the boom. You can come in a little bit before it and get some of it out, or get some of it in. Da, 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 boom, and then now you got room to play. Or if you get the back end, you may go a little past it, which in this case is going to be the snare. Pop, you might go a little bit past that snare. Or you might find a way to compact all of that in there within that kick and that snare, within that bracket, without it sounding like you just rushed or jumbled. That's a skill. That's an art. So that's a good question, but the answer is both, because sometimes it just sounds so, it come out dope when you do it like this. Ooh, that was dope. See? Sometimes you do stuff by accident, like, man, I ain't even mean to do that. And it came out like that. And sometimes you make the mistake. I made the mistake of trying to put too much in there because I won't accept that I can't get it in there. I mean, I got to get all that in there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes you're like, all right, well, that didn't. But that's art. It's imperfectly perfect. There you go. You gave me my 10 years back. L. Malik Shabazz, K-Rino, did you ever have an offer to work with Jay Prince and rap? Like, yeah. Yeah, Jay wanted to sign me at one point years ago. I already had my own label. Me and my dad had a label. And Jay and my dad met at our office one time. They kicked me out. So I don't know what I'm gonna have to ask my dad what was said in that meeting. I'm gonna ask him tomorrow what did him and Jay talk, if he remembers. Because I just remember showing up at the office that day and nobody was in there but Jay and my dad. I don't know what they talked about, but to this day, Jay will still ask me. He'll ask me about my dad. Like, how your dad doing? So I feel like the conversation was a cool conversation. But we was trying to do our own thing. We chose to do it our own way. Shaheem says, is it true that SPC Grimm has a twin? Yes. His twin brother's name is Shadow. And Grimm was the rapper. Shadow was the producer. Shadow produces beats even to this day. Grim and Shadow, they are twin brothers, better known as Paul and Randy. That's their real name, Paul and Randy. Yep. So yeah, Grim has a twin. Okay, C. Frazier, the 25th. That's what's up. Trying to catch up, y'all. I'm almost there. Looking like I'm almost there. Any idea why these new rappers dress weird when they went to France? Why this new rapper dress? I mean, it's an agenda, man. They got these guys dressing like women and stuff like that, man. They want to make males feminine and females masculine. That's the world we live in. Don't fall for it. Don't let them tell you it's fashion. Don't let them tell you this is a man. No, this is not a purse. This is a man purse. It's a merce. That's a real word, a merce. It's a man purse. Man ain't got no business packing no purse. Yeah. Okay. What you think about Bus Driver? Who is Bus Driver? Bus Driver. Another thing we got to realize about rap and rappers is why I try not to argue about rappers and stuff no more. Man, it's too many people in the world, man. Nobody's gonna like everybody. We're not gonna like everybody that others like. This guy could be the greatest guy in the world to you, and somebody right here think he sucks. That's the way of the world. So we waste our time and energy arguing. No, man, you crazy. This dude is the corner. Man, he's the greatest. And then not to him. To him, he all right. Bro, it's a lot of rappers that people they just hold them to the moon. It's like, oh, this is the guy, the greatest. Oh my God. And I listen to him and I'm like, I'm not impressed. Or I might listen to him and go, oh, he cool. I mean, he ain't trash, but he not blowing my mind. And people feel the same way about me. See, I understand that. Because there's a meal that you love. There's a restaurant that you love that somebody else thinks it sucks. There's a movie that you feel is just a classic and somebody else fell asleep in the first 5 minutes of it. That's why we different. So it don't do no good to argue and try to impose your opinion on somebody or who you think is the greatest rapper or whatever. You waste time doing that. It's like, hey man, I'm gonna tell you what I like about this cat and why I think he's this. And if you counter and say, well, nah, man, I like it. I'm like, oh really? Oh well, hey, your opinion. Subjectivity when discussing opinions is a pertinent consideration. Yeah, I mean, it's who you like. Yeah. See? Bus driver is a rapper. Okay. Trill Burger. Shout out to Bun B. Doing this thing, man. is it easier to ride a sample-based beat on original created beat that a producer and it's no difference. It's what flow that you apply to the beat. It's not about the beat itself. It's about what flow you apply to the beat. And sometimes the flow that you place on the beat is based on the beat itself. So if somebody has like a slow tempo, boom, 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 you're not gonna rap the same way on that beat than you would rap on a swing beat. You ain't gonna rap the same style on either one of those beats. So if you are getting ready to do something on each one of those beats, the flow pattern that you apply to it is gonna be centered around that track. So it's no difficulty based on either one. It's about what you do to it. I'm gonna let y'all argue. I'm reading y'all's debating here. Keep going. I'm gonna stay out of it. Is that the Amirisphere Zone? Fly Away is the greatest song of it. Really? Wow. See, everybody got their own opinions. I would never have picked that. See? Michelle said that felt like old school rap, the beat. Now, don't get me wrong. I would never dismiss the value of knowing how to ride a beat. That plays a big role. I just say it magnifies it if you're doing it and you actually saying something too. See, because people would get caught up in it. I've seen people that shows the track come on and they just ride, they flowing it, and everybody woo. But you know, I'm doing this though. I'm like, what is he saying? I want to hear what you're saying. Fraud and Christ in the upper echelon. Yeah, they are. Without a doubt. Hey man, y'all give me 13 more likes, man. What's up, Bryson? Give me 13 more. Well, give me 12 more likes now. Hey man, let's do this OG salute, man. Rapper K is in the building. South Park Coalition OG since 1987. So that is, what's the math on that? That's 36 years. Rapper K is in the building. Y'all see Rapper K SPC. This one of the first South Park Coalition members ever. When I first started the SPC. So give Rapper K the OG salute. That means peace signs, 100 thumbs up, shout outs, all that, man. Give him the salute, man, straight up. He's in the building. I'll be reading my yeah, man. Give my brother shout outs, man. Keep it going. There it is. Soul Science Inner Stars in the building. I'm just shouting out names that I haven't seen that I don't see a lot. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I need 8 more likes. Look, the new episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast, which is my podcast. I'm not just randomly mentioning the podcast. It will drop tomorrow. We just interviewed one of our great promoters in the city of Houston by the name of Yandy Promotions. And he put together the 3-2 event tonight. Man, it was off the chain, bro. Shout out to 3-2, man. Rest in peace. Man, that place was packed, bro. They did a great job tonight. Everybody was there. I thought I saw Santa Claus in there tonight. And I don't even believe in him, and he was there. Yeah. Shaheem says Rapper K killed the Firing Squad track. Want me to put you? I ain't gonna do it to her. I was finna get you. Rapper K. I'm gonna let you make it. Amadouzi says, do you still got tape cassettes back in the late 80s? I got a lot of old cassettes from back in the days. And I just got this thing, man. That was a thing. Matter of fact, shout out to Bryson, who's in the chat now. They had this little thing. It's a record player, a CD player, a cassette player, FM, AM dial, USB port, all in one machine, and a vinyl. Yeah, record player, the vinyl, all in one thing, right? And I got it. I'm looking at it right now. Y'all just can't see it. It's off camera. If I wasn't so lazy, I'd just turn the camera and let y'all see it. I ain't gonna let y'all see it. But I got a lot of cassettes. I want to shout out to the homie DNS who came down from Germany. He had been in Houston for the last 2 weeks, and he actually put together this project, South Park Coalition 2G, and it's on cassette too. He made a cassette version of it. See? And that's my personal copy. That's not wrote on there. That's like, or is it? Let me make sure I'm not lying. But this is my personal copy. So people still doing cassettes like collector like type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Give me 2 more likes. It works good, Bryson. It's cool, man. It's cool. Let me see. That's my TV. It won't go that far. I was trying to let y'all see it. Hold on. I'm about to break stuff. I don't break nothing. But I want y'all to see it, and I'm not gonna pick it up. Can I pick it up? Hold on. Let me pick it up. I want y'all to see it. All right, I can do it like this. This is it. Look, old school. You got the vinyl. You can play the vinyl. You see the record player right there? You got the cassette player right here. Old school cassette player. You got the CD player right here. AM, FM. You got USB. All this in one. Ah. I had to get that, man. I do it to those papers I just had. Oh. I'm old school, man. You can do everything in one on that thing. How crazy is that? Move this little thing out the way. Now, if they had a double cassette, that'd be crazy. Now the question is, hold on, where Big Ock? I need one of my old school people to ride with me on this. Is Big Ock still in here? The Rapper K is in here, so we got somebody, and I'm sure some of y'all have. Now, I just showed y'all the thing now. Not that I would do this now, but you never know. One of the coolest things to do back in the days was to record some on cassette straight off the radio. You remember how you pop your cassette in, and if it's a song you really wanted, you didn't know when they was gonna play it, but you already had your thing ready on record. You had to play and record, push down on pause, and then when that song come on, bloop, and we used to make our own little personal tapes right off the radio. I wonder if I can still do that on this. But I don't listen to the radio no more like back in the days. So Big Ock, you remember how we used to record straight off the radio to cassette? And a lot of my old school people. See, that's back when rap was like when a song came on, it's like, yeah, you knew you just had to have it. I waited on when Big Daddy Kane dropped Raw. I waited so long for them to play that song because I heard it one time when it first came out. I heard it on the radio, but I heard almost the end of it. I caught it at the end. So I was like, man, what is that? Who is that? And I waited and waited for him to play it again, because I wanted to catch that song again. But I taped what I caught. So I think I may have had like the middle of the second verse to the end. He said, I remember doing that when LL Cool J dissed Cannabis. Man, you were way back. Dollar Bill is in here. You put the tape over the holes at the top of the cassette. Right. Or stick some paper in there. You should take a little paper and just ball it up, stick it in that little hole. Because that'll make, see, what that did, that made a tape that wasn't really meant for you to record on. That's how you can record on it. Because you might have a Barry Manilow tape in the house. You don't have no blank cassettes that you got just to record on. You take an old Barry Manilow tape or something and pop that little plastic part off of that and stick some little paper in there. Boom. I got me a whole cassette to record on now. Shaheem say I'm too young. Boy, those were the good old days. And don't have no Maxell tape. You was really doing it big. Instead of them little cheap ones that you can get like for $1. You get a Maxell, boy. You had quality. Yeah. Dan Santana said when the DJ told you was gonna come on next, yeah, next when we come back from commercial break, we're gonna have Run DMC. We're gonna have, you're like, ooh, you can load up. But Dan, guess what they used to do? The DJ will be talking all the way up while when the song comes on, he's still talking. Yeah, man, get ready. And you like, man, shut up. He talk all the way until when the guy started rapping. Timbo Slice says same like as the VHS. Yep, same thing. Man, y'all are still in here having this argument. Ooh, man. Y'all have at it, man. 2.0 say I still got gray screw tapes. Classic stuff. Classic stuff. Jay, I would record mix shows back in the days when they played songs we never heard before. Man, that used to be the most beautiful thing when some new stuff came out that you never heard before. I wonder if the young people of today, if they feel like that about the new rap, how we used to feel when somebody new came out or somebody that we was already out, but they dropped something new. That was like an event. When my homeboy C-Rock, when he first bought the Raising Hell album by Run DMC, right? I lived in some apartments called Meadow Green. He lived in some apartments called Foxwood. That was walking distance, you know, a little ways down, but you could walk back and forth like it was nothing. So I was at his crib one day. We was sitting on the steps outside his house. And it's like he knew what it was. He revealed it to me. He said, man, check this out. And he pulled out that Run DMC Raising Hell tape. I ain't even heard it. I was like, man, you got it? I'm looking dead at it going, you got it? I could have went on the list way back then. Rapper K, Man, we sat on his porch, we sat on them stairs and listened to that album, man. And I'm gonna tell you, this how cool C Rock was, because he had just got the album himself. I begged him to let me keep it. He had just got it. I said, man, please let me keep it, man. Please, man. And he let me take the cassette home. I played that album all night, bro. All night. Now I wasn't no trifling friend. I gave it back to him. Sometimes people will keep the tape. But that's like, you know, you had that feeling back then when somebody rapper drop something new. It's like Run come out, some new Run DMC come out, new KRS-One come out, Big Daddy, Rakim, just whoever you new. When I first heard Too Short, I was like going crazy, man. I wonder if the young people still feel like that, like when their favorite rappers come out. I'm sure they do. Hey, man, I've been sitting on this 90, 98 likes, man. I need 2 more people. Well, now I need 1 more person to hit the thumbs up. We get to 100. KS, you gotta Run DMC about that same album. That Raising Hell album was like amazing, bro. Appreciate y'all. Man, those were good old days. Yeah. Dark. Oh, that's sorry. Pronounce your name. Dark Logis. After all these years and countless songs you did, have you ever in an occasion when someone mentions one of your songs to you and you were like, wait, what? Oh, that's all the time. Oh, you remember? No. People tell me song and people tell me lines, certain bars that I said, and I'll be like, sometimes I don't even remember it. Or sometimes I vaguely remember, like, yeah, I remember that. I know that I said that. But sometimes they'll say something and I'll be like, I'm sure you're telling the truth. I'm sure I said it, but I don't remember it. Yeah, that happens a lot, man. That happens a lot. Because like I said, I don't listen to my own music like that. I've never been one of those people that just ride around listening to my own stuff all the time. That's why sometimes I might say something I already said before. It's like, man, I feel like I said that. Like, yeah, because you did. Where is Daryl Scott on the mix? What you mean? What you mean, where is Daryl Scott on the mix? Kendrick, J Electronica. I know J. Cole. Kendrick and J. Cole, those are always the 2 names that come up when they talk about, I guess, like, they're like new school. They're like mid, like new school. They're like right in between. Glandoy says, R.I.P. Jam Master Jay. No question. Does he charge for a 10-song mix? Oh, I don't know. I know he been DJing lately, right? Because he had chilled for a while. He wasn't doing them, but he came out of retirement. He been doing DJ. He been DJing through the events and stuff here and there. I don't know if he back like doing the mixes like he was, but I can find out. I've been trying to get him on my podcast for the longest. He been telling me he coming, but I can't get him. I ran into Dal Scott coming out of HEB one day. I say, D, I need you. He said, I'm coming. I'm gonna get him. Yeah. All right, man. Well, let me let y'all make it, man. I appreciate y'all. Anybody who haven't hit the like button, give me a like on the way out. And be ready to tune in to the Underground Dialogue podcast. New episode drops tomorrow right here on YouTube. Peace, y'all. Catch y'all later on, man. All right.